Yo, how's it going, guys? Your main man Scissor Orgy here with the face cam, or at least I'm trying to do the face cam thing. But what's up, guys? I haven't seen you guys in forever. What's up, guys? Yeah, I haven't been here forever. Okay. Starting off, you probably read the title, and you've probably seen some of my posts on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. By the way, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, enough of that. Let's get right down to business. So, Wizard101 is changing primarily the way that hatching works, and I'm sure you guys aren't gonna like it. So, as you know, we're getting like these new not adventure quests, but that's a video game. We're getting these new adventure talents and willcast talents and all that jazz, cool stuff. But they also are changing the hatchmaking kiosk, and where you guys want to go? Oh, you guys are gonna like this. So from now on, let's say you want to go to the hatchmaking kiosk, and you're still trying to get that one perfect pet. Let's say your pet is at Mega. That's gonna be at like 160 grand. Yes, it's gonna be expensive, and so the pet age and the pedigree, it matters, and that will basically be the pricing of your pet. So primarily you would want to hatch pets from now on from adult only, because if it's like an epic or a mega or an ultra, it's gonna cost you a lot of money, and I'm not sure if I feel that this is the right move for the pet update, considering it's the spring update and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, I really wasn't expecting this. I really was not expecting Wizard101 to make the pet hatching a little bit more expensive. I was not. I really wasn't. I really wasn't hoping for that. But from now on, it's gonna be really expensive. And another thing is they changed the way hatch timers work. So now you're gonna get like a 12-hour hatch timer, right? Let's say you have a 12-hour hatch timer. I believe that's how all the eggs are gonna be. All right. Let's say you got this, all right? You can now use gold to increase or decrease the timer, right? Which is great, you can finally use gold to decrease your hash timers. However, that's like 150 grand just to decrease a 12-hour hatch timer, okay? That's 150 grand, okay? So altogether, you're hatching a pet, which is about 160 grand, and then you're hatching another pet, which is like 150 grand. I believe that's up to like 200 grand at least. And that's just from hatching pets. And now, after you finally got rid of the 12-hour hatch timer, or you finally just waited for it, or you waited for it to hatch, let's say your pet fails. You do it all over again. And hopefully your pet isn't at a mega because it's going to be expensive. Another 150 or 60 grand, and so forth and so forth. And then I wanted to direct you guys to the crown shop, because in the crown shop they also have now this was on test realm. We saw this on test realm, so we don't really know if this is actually going to go in live realm. But if you go to test realm, they changed the gold options. So here's the gold options for the regular Wizard 101, right? This is the regular gold options in the regular basic Wizard 101. Well, now they have more options that gives you up to 325 gold. Yeah, 325,000 gold, and it's 22,000 crowns to get it. It's a lot of gold. However, you're costing a lot of crowns. That's my baby brother singing the ABCs. Not the ABCs. He's singing. What's the song called, Baby Jackson? What is the song? The Wheels on the Bus. That's what it's called. The Wheels on the Bus. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm sure you guys aren't too. But to summarize this whole thing, if you go to the hatching kiosk ever, it's gonna be really expensive, okay? It's gonna be really expensive. So that's why I'm telling you guys right now to just find your pet. If you got a dream pet, make it now. Like this is similar to what they did in the decathlon, right? The decathlon was in a pretty good spot. They removed the global progress bar because obviously it wasn't filling up because either not enough people were playing it or it was just too high. They got rid of that. They got rid of the leaderboard, and they let you have like unlimited credits, which is great. The decathlon was in a great spot. I think the only thing they needed to improve on was just more stages. So, like stage 10, you can go into it whenever you want. If you keep getting defeated, you can keep changing up your strategy. and you don't have to do anything else. Now they changed the decathlon. They added back the leaderboards in, so now it's back to being a competitive thing. And they've also only let you have 3 credits per day. So you have to go on of those consecutive days to claim those 3 credits. And if you fail 1 credit or fail 2 credits, then like you won't pretty much make it up into the tower because you won't have enough resources. And that's to say if you've crafted the other decathlon decks or, if you're actually good at the decathlon in general. So now that the decathlon has kind of took a step back for people, or especially me, I feel like it was fine. I feel like it was fine with where it was now. Like I said, the only thing they could have added was just like more stages. That would have been fine. But I'm not sure how I feel about being limited to only 3 tries per day. It's gonna make farming for these lively hands of fate that I've been trying to craft. It's gonna make farming for it a little bit more of a challenge. And honestly, I might just give up on it. Like, honestly, I might just give up on it entirely because I don't think I would have enough resources or enough time in general to actually make this. And I only need like a couple rune stones here and there. But honestly, I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can even get this, and I refuse to open up the packs. They have the Calphalon packs, and I refuse to do that because I give up packs in general. I'm not the gambling type. I don't want to do that. I don't trust the packs, and I don't trust this whole pet thing. I think it's too expensive for the pets. Like 150 grand, that's a lot. That's a lot of gold. Then 160 grand. That's also a lot of gold. So if this does go into the live servers, then what's gonna happen primarily is that it's gonna split up the player base a lot. And as a tweet I saw, by the way, shout out to Hudakan. Go follow him on Twitch. New players aren't gonna have a place in the game anymore. And it's honestly starting to turn into that. It really is starting to turn like that. Because if you think about it, if you're a new player playing the game, you want to go to the hatching kiosk and you want to hatch at like a mega pet or something like that, that's going to cost you a lot of gold, man. And I'm not sure if some people have that much gold. Like, for me, probably it's not that hard to get gold. I'm always doing team ups with random people and stuff like that. I'm always doing Darkmoor or something like that. I sell the loot that I get that I don't need because the only reason I'm there is to just help those people out and to obviously make gold and stuff like that. For people that are casual players that don't play this game 24/7 or just don't have the time to play it or have enough resources, you're going to struggle on the hatching kiosk. And it's basically going backwards to the point where you're going to be asking for someone to hatch with you in person because that's actually way cheaper than the whole kiosk thing that they're doing. So, yeah, that's the main thing about this, and I'm not a big fan about it. I feel like it's definitely going to divide the players up, and I feel like the more types of changes that they do with this, the more it's going to divide the play. I know there was a spiel about the whole double gardening thing. They did something to double gardening and stuff like that, and then they did the decathlon. Now it's kind of just a back to a competition, and now we got the pets, and now pet hatching from the kiosk is going to be way more expensive. And it's kind of ironic because the whole point of the pet kiosk was to let players have that ability to choose which pets they want and just to see the amount of variety there is. And honestly, if you think about it, there probably might not be that many pets in the hatching kiosk anymore. If we think about it, if nobody is hatching anymore, nobody's going to get encouraged to keep putting their pet in the hatching kiosk since it's so expensive. So, what's the point of putting your pet in the hatching kiosk if you know nobody's going to hatch with it? It's just expensive. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some people that still use it, but those are going to be the people that have the resources for it. So, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of what they're doing to the hatching kiosk. I really am. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of it. Now, there's been a lot of things on the leaks. A bunch of gauntlets or a bunch of. There's one gauntlet that I want, and then there's whatchamacallit. What was it? There's one bundle that I want. All right, but basically, I'm getting like two primarily bundles and stuff like that. But going back to what I said, I'm not a big fan of it. All right, and whatever it is, I hope it's not too bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it should be decreased. It's definitely gonna split the player base, and so I'm warning you guys. If you do need to make the perfect pet, you gotta make it now. All right, like this is the same thing with the decathlon. Like you gotta do it now. Now you're probably wondering when does this update actually go into the live realm? Yeah, I can heat up their food. So basically, this is the spring update, so it will be coming in the middle of April. And I'll keep reminding you guys periodically about when this update is actually coming to the game and stuff like that, alright? But just keep a heads up on your social media tabs and stuff like that. Make sure you follow them on Twitter and stuff like that to see when they're actually applying the updates and stuff like that. You gotta schedule this, you gotta make your pets now, especially if you want it cheap and less stressful, alright? My name is Richard Unicorn Caller, and I will see you guys later. I'm gonna feed the babies. Peace out.